What's going on, everybody? Stephen Martinez. You know who that guy is. It's my better half, Nicholas the Don Gambaro. Anyway, funny story, guys, off the rip. First of all, action-packed show today. Got Mike coming on as a special guest. I tagged him in the post earlier. He's excited. Plenty of football, all that stuff. But funny story, big dog. So I'm watching the World Series last night, and usually when it's hard when your team's not in it. You're like, I don't really want to watch this garbage. You're like, enough. It's like you with the hockey final this year. Big Dog was done. He was like, this was nice, but I'm done. I find myself enthralled with this series because I'm gonna tell you, this is like the modern day David versus Goliath. The Dodgers got all the stars, and you think, oh God, they're gonna destroy the Rays. It's not even gonna be a series. And then here comes Spunky Tampa, just oh yeah, take this jab. And then next thing you know, they scored 6 runs, and I'm like, Tampa, and I want to see if you understand this. Tampa's like the Islanders before the Islanders got good. Like they built it, everything homegrown. It's all, and I'm like, they're the baseball equivalent of the Islanders. I mean, and the thing is, the Rays don't ever spend money. So imagine if the Rays ever spent money, how crazy it would be.
Right.
And I don't know. I just thought of that. I'm like, I wonder what Big Dog thinks of this. I wonder if he gets the same vibe, because I get Islander vibes from this. And I know that's a weird comp, and I know that's usually people don't usually make that correlation. But I wanted to know what you think, what you thought about it, because you're the Islander fan, obviously, in this equation.
I definitely agree. I mean, the Islanders are in a big market, area-wise, but I mean, of course, they play on Long Island, which, is the suburbs, and
Right.
they don't get as much attention as they deserve, especially now being that, best team in New York. They are. I'm saying it. They are. Look at where they got.
He said that. He said that with his chest. We're the best team in New York, bro. Come see me. Here you go.
No,
with your chest, bro.
But Tampa is that small market team like that, and they're not known. And
right.
With the Islanders, and the Islanders have had great players and do now, and are just starting to get that recognition. I'm sure same with Tampa. Like they've always had these guys, but they never got the attention they deserve. So,
bro, I've been telling y'all about Tampa for like 4 years. Like, and it's crazy. Yo, they literally have a makeshift bullpen every year. It's different dudes. Yo, this dude makes too much money. They gotta trade him. This makes too much money. We gotta deal him. This dude is too rich for our blood. We gotta deal him. And they still find a way to be competitive. And I'm like, I don't know how you do this. I don't know how they remain competitive. And you know what? I'm gonna make another comp. Their GM, Alan, their GM reminds me of Lou Lamoriello. Very, very, very astute. And I'm like, oh my God, they're the baseball equivalent of the Islanders. Oh my God. And I'm like, they're going up against the big bad Dodgers. I'm like, I'm not sure. And you know what? Bang. They take a game from the Dodgers. We're evened up. And now I'm looking at this series a little bit differently. Because I'm sorry, Charlie Morton in the playoffs, that guy is nails. Nails. He's nails. That guy doesn't lose big games. It's almost as if he's this dude's a muse. He's a muse to losing big games. Yeah, Blake Snell was. Oh yeah, okay, Dodgers. All right. Speaking of funny, all right. So I had this thought, big dog, and we're not gonna get into what they got to on the K show because I don't want to like regurgitate history. I don't want to do that. But how bad does the Mookie Betts trade look for the Red Sox right now? Just like you're the fan guy. You're the fan guy. So I'm gonna ask the fan question. I don't want the business. Leave that to people that do that. But as a Red Sox fan, seeing this guy just excel on the World Series stage, you gotta be sick, don't you?
If
You
you're a
gotta
Red
be like,
Sox fan, absolutely. You have to be right now. Your best player for years won a
oh my god,
championship, and you trade him away, and now he's about to win one with the Dodgers, possibly.
yeah,
And now the Red Sox are in this essentially like basic rebuild again, which
right,
could lead to championships down the line. Who knows? But just where the Red Sox were like 2 years ago,
right.
they and then now it's funny. 2 years later, Mookie's in another World Series again,
Which
just
is
for a different team.
yeah, and here's the thing. It always comes down to money. We know it always comes down to money. That's what me and you always we disagree about.
Right.
Why is it always about the money? Why can't it just be about this love of the game? And for the most part, you're right. But this just has to show you that either the Red Sox never wanted to pay him, which I don't believe. I believe they wanted to give him money. I just don't believe he wanted their money. I believe if he had his druthers, he didn't want to do it in Boston. And here's what I'll say. For Mookie Betts, I'm sorry, bro. You should have got a better deal than what they got. And you know me, I study this stuff like a psycho. Studies prospect. He laughs at me, folks. Every like November, I'm watching Arizona Fall League and studying, and he's like, "Bro, you just had 6 months of baseball. What are you doing watching like Arizona Fall League?" And I'm like, "Yo, they got nothing for this guy." As the great man Escalco says, I ain't got nothing for these people. I ain't got nothing for these people. Not what I got. And it's like, you gave him away for this? For this? Okay. And look, he's putting on a show in the World Series. A show. And a funny thing that happened. So Bellinger hurts his shoulder the other night. You know, doing the whole. Did you see the footsies when he hits the home run? He hits the home run. He's going back to the dugout. Now they're tapping feet. Now they don't even shake hands. Now it's like the Rockettes. Hey, foot tap, foot tap, foot. I'm like, really? Really? We're doing foot taps now? What is this, the Rockettes? So I'm assuming you're going. You said Dodgers in 6, right? Is what you had?
Dodgers in 7.
Ooh, Dodgers in 7. Oh, so you want the extra sauce. Look at this guy. He wants the extra fireworks, the extra sauce. Okay. Okay, guy. I see you there. All right.
But that'd be awesome if the Rays won. I mean, small market, nobody
Nobody goes to the games. You're the big fan guy. So I'm sorry, but how depressing is that?
It's sad. But again, Florida's a terrible sports market. I'm just saying.
Which I feel bad, man. I feel
like certain teams have had this success or have success and have a strong fan base, but very few.
Bro, but it's not even fair, bro. They're in contention every single year. They're giving the fans something to cheer about every year. They're in it every year. Can you imagine if you gave them a new building and the fans could actually be in there? And
yeah, but I guess because Tampa is such an East Coast transplant, like there's so many probably Met, Yankee, Phillies.
Oh yeah,
Nationals, whatever, Red Sox fans. So
that's like the central retirement hub down there. Like you go down there to
Northeast.
You go down there to retire. And the thing that sucks is, I'm going to be honest with you, if this was any other team, that building would be full. That building would be like, oh my God. Like people, obviously, we're not going to do it this shit because of the pandemic, but in a normal year, like that building got to be full. You got to have people in the building ready to cheer on your boys, especially when it always comes back to that. Skip? It always comes back to that. See, I'm just enjoying this World Series, and I get where he's coming from because most Yankee fans are like, "Yo, screw this. I can't root for them." But I'm like, they don't bother me. They're like the little engine that could. So seeing them win is good for baseball to me.
Right. Let's face overall, if you had to pick baseball fan, Yankee fandom, I think you're a little bit more of a
Baseball fan first,
in general.
right. And the thing is, like, all right. I'm gonna make this comp again. It's like when a small market team wins it in hockey. It's special.
It is. I love
it shows, yo, all right, the small market teams, they don't have as much money as the big dudes, the Dodgers.
But you know,
for obvious reasons.
Dallas one that would have been cool. I really wanted Nashville a few years ago, especially because they were playing the Penguins. They didn't do it, but the Sharks, that would have been cool to see. So
you want to talk about party? They would have won it in Nashville.
Got a lot of small markets, so
right. You want to talk about party? They would have won it in Nashville. They would have been on and popping.
Yeah,
party sing, Elijah.
Yeah, that's like a new hockey town, man.
Yeah, party sing. I heard stories about that joint, Titsy's Orchid Lounge, the old school bar. They go crazy in there. Party Cinch. Speaking of Party Cinch, tonight's going to be a party on the show because we have a very special guest. This guy is as tuned into football as you know, most people. He's a friend of my brother, so any friend of my brother is a friend of ours. Mike is a knowledgeable dude. He's gonna come on here and make you laugh. We're gonna have a good time, folks. So you know what I mean? Just enjoy the night with us, and I'm sure Big Dog got some questions. I got plenty of questions, and it's just gonna be one of those fun ones, man.
It's like the year Leicester City won the EPL. Yeah, good comparison, Alan. Yep.
Alan, I can always count on you for a good soccer reference. I like that. As the great Robert De Niro.
To talk some soccer soon, man. It's gotta happen.
Yes. Alan, we're gonna send you an invite sometime next week. We'll get everything together for you. We'll get the questions together for you. So you and Big Dog can have a soccer
powwow.
Shindig, if you will.
Shindig, yay.
Shindig. I'm excited. For honestly, bro. I gotta be honest. I'm excited for. Oh God, pressure! No, we're like family here. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Nah, no pressure.
Family here. We screw up all the time. We say idiotic stuff all the time. It's okay. Welcome to the band of misfits. You're welcome. I'm excited. Honestly, I'm not excited for this game tonight because this football game's gonna be
garbage. But it is a classic rivalry, so it might be.
Yes, it might be, and I'm just hoping that it's at least a solid game where we're not like in the first half just watching paint dry.
That's a
I do got questions too, though. Like, what's up with the French flag?
What do you mean?
Oh, he means the French flag. Yeah.
Oh, it's the Italy flag.
That's the.
Does it?
That's the home flag. That's his roots.
Yeah, I got the Italian flag hanging up. I have many different backgrounds, but I'm mostly Italian, more than 80%. But I have some other things mixed in there. Like I'm a little German. I've also been to Germany, so like I have a Germany flag hanging in my room, American flag, of course, Canadian, as you could see in the back when I went to Toronto. Yeah, usually whenever country, either my nationality or if I've been to a certain country, I'm a flag nerd. I love flags, learn about flags, all that kind of stuff. All good.
Nah, you're good, bro.
Yeah, it's France I've been to, so I have like a little French flag, So, yeah, I love flags. So I'm a big collector of those.
Yeah. Yeah, Big Dog, you should see the outside of his room, it's like the United Nations. This guy got more flags than the countries themselves.
I got a Spain flag, Netherlands
Look
flag,
at this guy.
British flag. Yeah, forget about it.
Look at this guy. He's like the United Nations, Big Dog. He got more flags than.
Name a flag, I got a flag.
What's that game? Pick a car, any car. Pick a flag, any flag. That's you.
Yes.
Pick a car, any car. Pick a flag, any flag, and Big Dog got you covered. Just waiting for Mike to pop on. He should be on any second now. I sent him a link, so he should be ready to go. It's I don't know, these weekend games are interesting. I know we're gonna get more into that on.
Oh, did you see
over the
weekend schedule change? By the way, Bucks Raiders moved to 4:05, and Cardinals Seahawks moved to Sunday Night Football.
Who was the Sunday nighter originally?
Bucks Raiders, which would have been good, but they moved that to 4:00, and now Cardinals Seahawks Sunday night.
Mm-hmm. Okay, kids. It's time to strap on the rocket launches, kids, because we got us a game. And I'm sorry, I've been addicted to Sunday Night Football this year. Like me and you, we text each other, we call each other. Yeah, you're watching the game.
Yeah.
And that was never me. Like I was never addicted to Sunday Night Football. Like. Real quick, hold on 1 second. I'm just texting with Mike and trying to get him up and going. Yeah, but that's a tasty matchup on Sunday Night Football. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, but this game tonight, good lord.
Oh, this game tonight's gonna be, as the kids say, terrible.
Wow, odds to win AFC East. Oh my lord.
They're still in there. That's the crazy part. They're in there.
No, John sent me something that AFC East, just the Jet odds are hilarious. Like, obviously it's not happening, but
wow, just imagine if whoever wins this division has like 4 wins and they make the playoffs.
Alan, what do you think about the Champions League games these past couple of days?
Yeah, I'm trying to get Mike up and running here. He's seeming to have some issues, but we're gonna get him on in a set. So there's some good soccer games this weekend.
This weekend, Man U, Chelsea. There were the Champions League started up again this week. Liverpool won. They beat Ajax 1-0. Real Madrid actually lost 3-2 to Shakhtar Donetsk, who's a Ukrainian team.
Wait. Say that again. Hold on. He said that with some flavor. Say that name again.
The Ukrainian team? Shakhtar Donetsk. You gotta, put the accent on it.
He said that with some flavor. Shakhtar Donetsk.
Listen, Bayern Munich won.
The way you pronounce these names, I can't do it. Anyway, special guest has arrived. He's in the building, ladies and gentlemen. So let's add him now.
What up?
Mikey Buzz.
What up? Yeah, what's going on, bro? How you feeling, Nick?
Good. How are you, man? Good to have you on.
Huh?
Good to have you on.
Thanks, man.
All right. So I see you wearing the NYC hat.
You got to, baby. Come on, man.
So
right.
I gotta ask this question, and I'm asking it very, very seriously. How you feeling about the battle for first place?
First place for what? What are you talking about?
The NFC East. It's the battle for first place.
What are you talking about? The Dolphins?
The Giants Eagles. You ain't ready for your boys?
Giants Eagles. Oh, get out of here. Two garbage teams. I wear that hat, but we garbage. Ain't nothing to be excited about.
Nah, man. You got a chance to make it, man.
Nah, man.
And you guys have a future.
Nah, man, not in that division, dog. That division it's the toughest division, dog. I ain't excited about nothing that's going on over there.
No.
So all right. Here's a hypothetical question. I know I asked you this question, last time you at the house, and we kind of debated back and forth, but I kind of want Big Dog's opinion on this as well.
Yeah.
Do you think first of all, do you think that there's a chance that they draft Trevor Lawrence if he's available over Daniel Jones, or you think they stand with Daniel Jones no matter how it plays out?
Nah, they're gonna stay with Daniel Jones. I mean, you just got to give them some time. They went through the same thing with Eli. It just take time. The Giants is patient when it comes to that. I think this. I think seeing what's going on with Saquon, they'll be more eager to draft a running back.
Okay.
Because Saquon is done.
Nah, I feel the same way, man. The brother's just too big, and his legs are just too much. It's too much. It's too much, man.
Yeah, it's too much.
I mean, if the brother was built like Derrick Henry, where most of his weight's in his upper body, and he's trucking dudes, and it's evenly proportioned, then I'd feel a little bit better. But the fact that it's not evenly proportioned, and every time you turn around, it's kind of crazy. I kind of wish it was more even now, because I enjoy watching them run. Big Dog, what do you think? You think they staying with Daniel Jones, or you think they go out and draft a quarterback?
I think so, ultimately, because the Giants going to end up with the number 1 pick. I think it's going to be the Jets, and again, they're a whole nother issue. But in terms of Daniel Jones, Mike, what do you think he could be a good quarterback in this league? Because I think he can be for the Giants. I think he could be a really good quarterback.
Yeah, they drafted him because I think he went to the same alma mater as Eli. So that's basically what they wanted. They just wanted really an extension of Eli. They know what Eli comes with, and Daniel Jones. My biggest problem with him is his pocket awareness. I think he could throw. He makes wise decisions. He's tough. He could run. He has all the elements to thrive as a quarterback in this league. As one of just he has legs, and that's what's necessary in this league now. You as a QB, you gotta have legs. When you
look at a lot of the young quarterbacks, right? They can all run.
Yeah, and Daniel, I think last week didn't he go for like a 40-yard run or something crazy? Like he just took off.
It was 60 yards. We watching the game, and all I remember out the corner of my eyes, your man is out. And like you said last week, he outrunning the brothers.
Yeah, dog.
Like, hold on, wait.
Nah, he has it, man. And I think if they get you get a good running back, somebody good. You get the offensive line is healthy. Nah, Daniel Jones is good. My biggest problem is that pocket awareness. Sometimes he's not aware in the pocket, and he gets hit and he fumbles that ball, man. I think that's my only real issue with Daniel Jones. Besides that, the kid is tough, and he has. I think he has what it takes.
Would it be fair to say his comp is very similar to Eli? When Eli came in, he had that same sort of problem. Like he didn't have good pocket awareness. Now Eli couldn't run like Daniel Jones. Eli's a snowing in a snail. I could get on my power chair and run 40 yards faster than him running. So, so I think it's like you said, it's the pocket awareness, but it's also knowing, okay, I have to be aware of time and score. I can't make a critical mistake in the red zone. I have to take what the defense giving me in terms of if I gotta check it down right here, I'm gonna check it down. If I gotta go, you know what I mean? And I think that comes with time and the ability to,
and also just the talent. Like you got Evan Ingram, he's hurt all the time, and he's a stud, but he can't stay healthy. Saquon, stud, but can't stay healthy. So all these weapons that he was supposed to have, he don't have. He just don't have it. The only person I'm really excited about, honestly, is Slayton. I think if if him and Slayton could get on a
you were high on him from the jump.
Oh yeah, like his speed is crazy, and I think if him and Slayton could kind of get a chemistry going on, it'd be good. But you gotta look at it. He's really out there by himself, man. Saquon can't stay healthy. Ingram can't stay healthy. You know what I mean?
He's literally a one-man band right now.
Yeah, man.
And this is the same criticism I have when people criticize Sam Darnold. Who is Sam Darnold throwing to? Who is he throwing to? Like I understand the fact that the young brother hasn't been able to stay on the field. I understand the fact that he's dealing with issues and he's dealing with all these different types of, can you stay on the football field? He has the same question as a Saquon or any of these franchise guys who are dealing with very similar issues. It frustrates me when I see people make the comparison to Sam Darnold. And I'm like, Sam Darnold's throwing to nobody, bro.
Yeah.
Who's he throwing to?
Right.
Like, Big Dog, you're the Jet fan. You can speak to this better than anybody.
Right.
No, absolutely. He has no wins. He has all the skill in the world. Albeit we see flashes of it, we don't see a lot of it. I think that has to do with the system he's in. And to Stefan's point, he has nobody. And I just think, in my opinion, and I get knocked for it because I'm a Jet fan, and then people think I'm just trashing on them. But first of all, they deserve to be trashed on. And the Giants, yes, they're bad, but you know what? I can see in the Giants something about them. They do have a better future. I think it's going to take time, but I can see something in Jones. And I don't know. I want to ask you what you think of Joe Judge. Like, will he be a long time? And what do you think about the GM position with the Giants? Will Gettleman be there next year? You think he's going to retire and somebody will come in for him?
Excuse me, say that again. You was breaking up.
Oh, all good. What do you think of the Giants' future? What do you think of Joe Judge so far? And do you think Gettleman will be there next year, or will somebody else come in?
He's made a lot of poor decisions on the field, but again, like I said, it's a lot of it was supposed to be promising, and a lot of things is coming at you. Like I said, Saquon can't stay healthy. He's the centerpiece. Everything was supposed to revolve around Saquon. Then you had, again, Evan Ingram. Like, you had these two guys that were supposed to be like, you talking about top 5 players. Like, Ingram is supposed to be, he was slated to be, you talking about top 5 tight end.
Like an Aaron, like an Aaron Hernandez type of tight end.
Yeah, like
Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah, and Saquon was supposed to be number 1. Like, really think about it. Like, Saquon is supposed to be like the number 1 running back in the league, and these guys can't stay healthy. And I mean, heads always roll. Somebody always got to get the blame. That's how I look at it. And it's the same thing what happened with Eli. Like, if you look at Eli was doing good. It's no offensive line. And at the end of the day, it's like you got to put the blame on somebody. So, I mean.
And look, I'm going to be honest with you.
Business, man. So,
I'm going to be honest with you.
I really don't know what's going to happen with him.
Dave Gettleman, this is the thing about Dave Gettleman, is you talk to different people around the NFL, and his decisions were home run decisions that didn't pan out. Like, he went for it. You did the Saquon thing. You tried the Evan Ingram thing. You trying to rebuild the offensive line. Yeah. But the thing about Dave Gettleman and I don't mean to sound ageist here, so please forgive me if that's how it comes across, but I'm going to just make this point. Dave Gettleman was at the point in his career where he can't afford to wait around and see, you know what I mean, who's this player, who's that player, let's develop, let's do that. Like he's trying to go for as much of a sure thing as possible, because at 60, at almost 70, with cancer and everything that he's dealt with, this might be your last kick at the can in terms of winning the Super Bowl as an executive.
Right.
Now, he might get one as a consultant, or he might get one in another organization doing something else, but it feels like he put his chips in the middle of the table. And now when you put your chips in the middle of the table and it don't pan out, this is a result of what happened.
Yeah, I mean, he went, like I said, we had the promise, man, but dudes can't stay healthy, and it's like, what are you gonna do? And at the end of the day, heads have to roll. You got to put the blame on somebody. It always goes like that. Heads got to roll. So, I mean, I hope it don't end up like that. Playing for New York is hard, man. Just New York sports, period.
Right, and here's the other thing, and this is what I think is wrong with both New York football teams, and in very different ways. Ownerships are very set in very different ways. In terms of the Giants ownership, they're too loyal. They're a bit too loyal. They stay they stay longer than they're required to stay, if that makes sense. You've seen it with Eli. You've seen it with you know what I mean? Coughlin should have been fired a couple years before, but they still with him because, you know what I mean? He won them 2 chips, and there's a loyalty that comes with that. With the Jets, if the wind's blowing, you know what I mean, outside my yard, that's the direction that the Jets are going. They're going where the wind blows, brother. It's like, can we get some stability in the organization? And that's I think the 2 biggest problems with these organizations are.
And by the way, I like both defenses. I love the Jets defense and I love the Giants defense. I love both defenses. It's just the offense, they just can't get it. They can't, for some reason, they just can't get the offense going. The Giants defense, I love the Giants defense this year. I love how they added Blake Martinez. He's always been one of my favorite linebackers.
Yeah, that's his boy.
Yeah, Blake Martinez is my guy. Like, he's everywhere on that field. And if you watch him this year, I think last year he wasn't healthy, but they acquired him and he's been awesome. So I love the Giants D. I love the Jets D too. Jets always had a good defense, a solid defense, but for some reason, offensive wise, look at Robbie Anderson. The Jets had him, all them years, and then he goes to Carolina and he's balling. He took DJ Moore. He's the number 1 wideout now. DJ Moore was the number 1 wideout. Now he's the number 1 wideout, and he's balling over there.
He is
Carolina, and I'm like, the Jets had him.
And you saw it last year. Correct me if I'm wrong, Big Dog. He was running efficient routes. He was getting open. Yeah. He was making catches. He was on it. Yeah, and I'm like, yo, how do you give up on that dude? How in your right mind do you say we're going to give up on the dude? Oh, wait a minute. Your head coach is supposed to be an offensive genius. I'll play along.
But he wasn't that great. He had his moments with the Jets, but he wasn't that great with us.
You gotta let him develop. That's the time where you let somebody develop. You know what I mean? Hey, look, bro.
New York don't have New York. Listen, New York sports, New York media, New York fans. We don't have time. That's New York sports' biggest problems. We don't have time to develop nothing, dog. If you're not winning now or potential to win next year, you're getting shipped out. And this is why New York City is called, everything's done in the New York minute. That's all you have in New York City is a minute. You just don't have time in this city, dog. It's either you're gonna produce now or we don't have that time to sit there for 2, 3, 4 years and watch players. We just don't have it. That's just not how we're built.
Can I play devil's advocate though? Can I play devil's advocate in terms of that's the problem with New York sports?
You're right. I agree.
It's as bad as it is. But see, Mike, I'm gonna be totally honest with you because I'm gonna come from a front office mind. I'm gonna come from a different mindset with what I'm about to say. and it seems a little crazy. So bear with me on this for a second, because I'm saying this outside the box. But if you give the fans, if you are very clear with the fans and you say, hey, yo, listen, we ain't winning in the next 4 or 5 years. We can't do this. Look at the roster. Look at where we're built. Look at how it's done. See, that's where I would never want to be a GM in this city, because you guys don't deserve good sports because of stuff like that.
Look at the Knicks. Every year, the Knicks is supposed to go to the chip. That's how we feel.
But that's why we're gonna suck.
If we don't go to the championship, it's a losing season. We don't care about we don't even want to be above 500. Why are we not in the playoffs and making a run for it? That's how we feel. I'm lying,
but not lying. But that's.
And I'm real quick, and I'm gonna show you something. It's that spirit. You gotta understand. It's that spirit that was driving the Giants to beat an undefeated Patriots team.
Right.
New York has no excuses. Like, you got to understand that team, we wasn't supposed to be there.
Right.
But because the team understands the fans of New York, like, listen, you get there, you better win, or you're going to get crucified. Right. It was that energy that got Eli 2 championships.
See, and here's the thing, though.
So,
and I think
it's a pro and a con.
I take it back a little bit further than that. Being a Yankee fan, it stems from that too, where ownership is like, "Hey, yo, y'all got to win the chip, dog. I don't care what it takes.
Word up.
This is what it is.
Word up.
And whether that's right or wrong, that's just the mandate that you come with when you're in the city. Yeah. But the unfortunate thing is, in this city, we'll never see player growth. We'll never see the ability of a Patrick Ewing again, where you could take it slow, where you could slow play everything, because now everything is, oh, he don't produce right away, I'm done. Or he don't do this right away, I'm done.
And you got to understand, New York is majority of the time, these players are playing for tourists.
Right.
It ain't even really about us. We're diehard fans, and we're like, oh, like I said, like, that's why you'll make the argument, yo, why don't you stick with the kid? Let him develop. Let him do this. Dolan ain't worried about us. Dolan is worried about all the people, all of Hollywood who's flying in from California. Who's gonna pay $90,000 for celebrity role. That's what he's worried about.
Right, yeah.
That's why you will pull the trigger and trade the whole team away for Carmelo Anthony when he was coming here anyway.
And you know,
it's all about money.
Here's the issue, though. Agree, and we both agree that it's about the money. But here's the ultimate thing with that. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's all about the money, but do you understand this? The same excellence makes you more money. Like, have they not figured this out yet? I agree with you, Mike. We understand what it is. Like, we understand that. But my whole thing has always been, dog, you've been going around the mount. I don't mean to use a, but it's like they've been going around the mountain 40 years, dog. You know the story, Mike.
Yeah, I know.
I ain't gotta tell you.
A wise man once told me.
So similar.
Yeah. A wise man once told me a bird in the hand is better than 2 in the bush.
I feel you.
They're not worried about 4 or 5 championships. They're like, listen, if we win a championship this year, we could skyrocket prices for the next 10.
I got you. But
they're not worried about dynasties and all of that. That's for people, markets who ain't killing it and making. Listen, the big markets, the New Yorks, the Los Angeles. Why you think the Lakers, Boston, these certain teams, they make the moves to get the championships? Why do you think it's the same cities in the chips in all sports all throughout? New England, Red Sox, Lakers, Dodgers. Why you think like that? It's the same cities because it's not, they don't, They're not about, oh, we're trying to win 2, 3, 4, 5 championships. No, we win a championship this year. We're gonna kill you guys. Ticket prices, concession, all of that for the next 10. That's all it's about.
But that's so crazy. But and you're right. For the most part, he's right. And you know, for me, because I love to see teams get built. Like, you know how happy I would be, bro. This will never happen. Like, but I look at Golden State and I'm like, damn, dog. If you just like let it ferment, it's like wine, bro. Let these players ferment. Let them, you know what I mean? It's like, damn, dog. It'll never happen.
That's why
we too dang.
That's why you have the star of the league going from team to team trying to get a championship.
Fact. Fact.
He's going wherever the chip. He's ready to sell his mama for a chip. Where you at? Oh, we in that. Oh, the chip is in Dallas. Oh, I'm taking my talents to Dallas this year.
We going to the Metroplex, brother. I see you in Fort Worth, Texas, dog.
You the star of the league, and you pouring yourself for a chip. Why? Because it's all about the money, bro.
But see, that goes back to the debate we were having this weekend with my brother Mike. That goes back to why Michael will never be Michael.
Right.
Because Michael never left Chicago.
Yep.
Like, Mike was always like, yo, y'all want to come to Chicago? Y'all can come to Chicago. Yep. But I'm not moving or nah, dog. Y'all gonna learn the triangle.
And at the end of the day, it's, you know, these young athletes, man. You know, I think I was saying it earlier today to a coworker. So I'm like, these guys, they're distracted, man. They don't. You gotta understand, when the NBA season, when COVID hit the NBA season, these guys were playing 2K. They had a 2K tournament.
Yeah, at the crib, right?
At the crib. Right. You ever think Mike would be in a 2K tournament? You think Kobe
in the gym, dog?
Think about it. These kids are distracted, bro. They're not about winning. They about, yo, bro, I'm going to play good enough to get that big payday. That's all it's about, bro.
Exactly, right.
All they about, bro.
Remember when you asked the question, Big Dog, you said, yo, who's better, Mookie Betts or Mike Trout? And we had this argument about Mike. Yo, we have an argument about Mike Trout at least once a year in my group chat. Because I'm like, yo, of course Mike Trout wants to be great. What's up, Big Juan?
Yo, Nick, what do you think? Who do you think is better, Mookie Betts or Mike Trout?
It's close, dog.
It really is.
Who's in the World Series?
Then in that case, you gotta go Mookie then.
Honestly, I'm leaning towards Mookie.
Come on, bro.
Like,
yeah, but that goes. Right, but that goes to Mike's point of dudes just want to make enough bread so they can just be comfortable, which is my argument with Trout. Trout never cared about what we all cared about. I'm living in California. I'm richer than like 7 NHL teams.
Yeah.
8.
I'm good, dog. 8.
Yeah.
You're man richer than 8 hockey teams, dog. What?
That still blows my mind.
They good. Good.
If he never see a World Series, he like, yo, I get to go on vacation every September. What? And I ain't gotta put no. What? I'm out, dog.
Yeah, yo, it's all about the paper, man. And on top of that, these kids, it's not their fault, but there's just so much distractions between video games, social media.
Right.
Yeah.
These kids can't stay out in the park till the lights go off no more, bro. You ain't got that time. You know what I mean? When you're looking at Michael Jordan, when he couldn't get past the Pistons, what he did, he got his butt up and he went to the gym. And he
lived in there. He lived in there, dog.
Yeah, dog. He got bigger and he went back and he went through Detroit. These kids, there's too much distractions to even have that level of focus and discipline.
I didn't watch the whole thing, but I saw that clip of The Last Dance where even during the filming of Space Jam, he was still training. Where they built
him a court, dog.
And he was inviting guys to play, but really to just scout them. And I'm like, oh my God, that's smart.
You know why? Because there was no Call of Duty online, bro.
Yeah.
It's either I smoke you or I'm gonna get smoked.
And you coming from the era where, dog, all you did was go outside and play.
Right.
What you did? We ain't have your dog. We had like what, one video game, if that much, 20 cable channels. After a while, it's like, this is boring. Let me go outside and toss the football.
Let me go kick it. Yeah, let me go get some shots up real quick.
Let me get some shots up.
But even then, like, I could see Kobe in the middle, and this is the ill visual I just had. I could see Kobe building a court at the crib, like, yo,
training.
I'm gonna get 1,000 shots up a day. Y'all don't understand. When I come back, I'm gonna kill all y'all. You ain't gonna see, and that's what frustrates me about this generation is nobody wants to work on their craft, but everybody wants to win the chip. And nobody wants to say,
"No, you're right.
I'm gonna work till it hurts to win the chip." Because everybody want to ride from squad to squad. They want to team up because they play their AU.
Look at it's even happening in the NFL now, dog.
Yeah, look at Tampa, dog.
AB to Seattle, bruh. You just seeing these super teams being developed.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that's going on in the NFL too. It's like, dog, nobody want to work. Nobody want to go through nobody. Hey, yo, all
those City, we're getting Bell now. Forget it.
Now you got Kareem Hunt and Le'Veon Bell, and now you're gonna have what? DK Metcalf
they have
AB on the other side, and then you're gonna have Lockett in the slot.
Yeah, no.
What? Come on.
That Edward Solaire kid, in Kansas City with Le'Veon and the other kid Williams, who's the third string running back, who've been putting work in while.
Oh yeah.
Le'Veon,
not Hunt, the rookie,
Le'Veon. Listen, and Le'Veon gives you something out the backfield, dog. So just imagine. Yo, Patty Mahomes got like 4 wide receivers, legit, dog.
And Le'Veon could catch that rock all day.
Yes.
Le'Veon could catch that ball all day.
That's all not fair, son.
It's that, and that's why when you hit me and you was like AB to Seattle, I was like, here it goes. I was like, yo, these kids, you gotta understand, man. This generation, dog, they ain't about work, bro.
I can see him going to Tampa.
Yeah, dog.
Guy from Florida. Brady wanted him last year on New England, and I think still keeps in contact with him.
He's going to Seattle. It's just a matter of once the league officially clears him, there's a spot in Seattle. Pete Carroll already he making that work.
When I said Hunt, I was like, because they had Chubbs, they had Jarvis, ODB went over there.
Yeah, right.
Like, dog, so you're talking about there's 3 teams already that's just, you're already starting to see more and more players are starting
and what's wrong with
facing this?
Only thing that's wrong with the Browns, if you want to get real, is the quarterback, dog. Because if the Browns had a better quarterback.
I have a quick question because I heard today, I didn't get to see it, but that Odell was talking to the media or saying stuff. What was it? Anything like crazy or no?
See, the problem with it is, and me and Mike agree on this level, and I've told Mike this 1,000 times. I love the dude as a talent, but he'll never reach his full potential because, pardon the words, he don't shut the hell up.
Word up.
If you take a season and just like I told you before the season started, big dog, I've been telling you this for like a good year and a half. If he takes one season, shuts the hell up, don't talk to the media, don't put it on the Instagram, just be in your bag, be in your football bag for about a year, bro, he's the best receiver on planet Earth.
But again,
if he's locked.
But again, like you said, social media.
So bench.
You know what I mean? If you just lock in and you don't worry about what the critics are saying, what this one is saying, what that one is saying, where the party at tonight, you know what I mean?
Odell has to be the most famous NFL star right now. The most famous NFL player right now.
The most overrated. I'm gonna be honest, and that's my boy.
Overrated. I'm talking about his fame. Like as far as like,
what's up, bro?
In Hollywood, Odell is the most.
Nah, he known.
Yeah,
he known.
How many
That's why he wanted to go to the Rams.
Huh?
He known.
That's why he wanted to go to the Rams.
Or he wanted to go to LA.
Yeah.
Originally wanted
to.
When
Sports Center.
When here's the thing, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna divulge a state secret here. Don't be surprised if the Browns trade him in the offseason or maybe at the deadline for some draft picks, because it's only gonna get worse. Like people in Cleveland are like, "Yo, this dude is talented," but like you said the other day, to get him away from Juice and let Juice go back to being Juice, Jarvis Landry. That might be the thing that frees it all up. Because I gotta be honest with you, I love Rashad Higgins, I love Juice, I love Austin Hooper at the tight end position. If I could get right now, if I could get a 4 or a 5 for Odell, I would do it.
Right.
I would do it because it always comes down to it's not what you can provide me, but how about your consistency level? Are you going to make the catches when they matter instead of just making the catches when you want to show up and play? That's the problem with Odell. He shows up when he wants to prove a point. When somebody say, "Oh, Odell's overrated," then he has a game, and then people look at him differently. You know what I mean? I love the young brother. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, damn, like, show me consistency, bro.
Dog, you can't. Yo, dog, that's these stars. Look at LeBron. Yo, B, that's these stars. They're all about themselves, B. They not
right.
Look at Antonio Brown, dog. AB, you the best. You was the best receiver in the hands down. Hands down. Nobody was ever saying that field. Oh my God. He's hopeless.
Yo, I tried, bro. I tried. I'm like, yo, when you're talking about hands down the number one receiver in the league, and nobody wants you. Nobody wants you. You was in Vegas. Right. You was in Vegas, bro. Vegas. You can't get bright lights, all of that. Vegas with a head coach like John Gruden, who was going to do everything he could to get.
And look at Derek Carr this year, balling.
Yeah,
Derek Carr is balling. So all you have to do is just thug it out, shut your mouth, come out there, work hard. You got Jacobs running, stud. You got a Waller as your tight end, stud.
Right.
Just studs all over, and you in Vegas.
Yeah, right.
Bro, it was a perfect setup for you. But again, you can't. They're their worst enemy. Their egos, bro. Their egos are too big.
And here's the thing, too, Big Dog. Me and you discuss this too sometimes too. People are afraid of failure, dog. Because you see what happened to LeBron. LeBron's the prime example of when you fail. He don't come out the crib for 4 months, bro. In the off season, he let his beard get straggly. He's afraid of people to see him in public. He don't talk to the media.
Like,
he goes through a period of mourning.
He does a how?
I'm serious. Yeah, and I'm like, yo, if that's Mike, he's in the gym the next day, dog.
The next day, you bugging. He ain't leaving the court.
That night, he got them shots.
He calling Pippen. He calling all of them. He like, yo, dog, we having a practice. I'll call it. It ain't the coaches calling it. I'm calling it.
Yo, Big Dog, there was a part of The Last Dance. You're not gonna watch it, so I'm not spoiling anything for him. Don't worry. There's a part of The Last.
I'm watching The Last Dance.
He's not Big Dog's not a basketball head, but he's
not a basketball head.
You know what I mean, but
I'm a basketball head to enjoy it, dog. It's just good for sports, man.
But me I remember me, Ange, and Mike. We sitting here watching all 10 parts of this documentary. When they lost to the Pistons, dog. Tim Grover was like, so I'll see you in a couple weeks, Mike. Take a couple weeks off, get your body right. Mike like, nah, dog. I see you at the practice facility tomorrow.
Word up.
Tomorrow, dog.
Word up.
At like 7:30 in the morning. Ain't no
Mike was a beast, man. But like I said, man, I like even the Giants tight end. I mean the Jets tight end. What's his name, man?
Herndon.
Oh, Herndon.
I had such high hopes for him, man. I liked him, man. But again, dog, you can't stay healthy, you know. And
that New York
drops a lot of passes.
Yeah, when you're out there, you're just not focused. You got the talent. It's just the focus, and that's what it is with a lot of these players, bro. They got the talent, bro, but the focus is not there. They don't have the focus.
The New York life got them, bro. The New York life got him. That's the thing.
And you know, New York is full of strip clubs now, so it's hard. It's even harder. New York is the new Atlanta. And New York ain't nothing. Our strip clubs is like Atlanta and Houston. We could give Atlanta and Houston a run for their money with the strip clubs in New York now. And you're a young millionaire? Oh, forget about it, dog. You see how focused Ray Lewis got when he almost lost it all.
Word up. Like, I'm gonna tell you the same thing gonna happen with Julio, because everybody burying Julio Jones.
Julio just
you didn't think but I'm saying, son, that game last week was a statement, dog. I'm still here. 8 receptions, 140 yards, and 2 TDs. Please get me the hell up out of here.
Hell yeah, they prepping them up. It's like they fatten the calf, dog, before the slaughter.
Yo, can you imagine Julio Jones? I heard somebody tell me today that they think Julio Jones is gonna end up in Tennessee. Julio Jones goes to Tennessee. Oh my lord!
Woof.
Oh my lord!
Woof. You got Julio, AJ Brown, and Jonnu Smith. Woof. Woof.
Julio Jones goes to Tennessee. I got one word of advice for you, brothers. Just pray.
By the way, that Titans Steelers game
Just
Sunday.
Pray.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good. Yeah, definitely.
No, that should have been the Sunday night game this week. Titans
Who's the Sunday night game?
Seahawks Cardinals. Originally it was Buccaneers Raiders, but they switched them.
Seahawks, Cardinals. You're gonna see 2 black quarterbacks run all day. That's all you're gonna see. That's why they got them Sunday night. They just want to see. They just want to see the black quarterbacks run on. If you can't get Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes on a Sunday night, you might as well get Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray.
You a fool.
I'm lying. That's what they want to see. But like you said, and the thing is, everybody sleeps on Tennessee.
Yeah.
Sleeping on Tennessee. They keep sleeping on them. You know what I mean?
I told Big Dog last year, I said, yo, Adam Gase looks like an idiot. Now that Tannehill's out of there, Tannehill looks like a quarterback.
Huh? What you said, Nick?
Look how great he is without Gase.
Yeah.
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 Yo, and the thing is, he got AJ Brown, he got Henry, and if they somehow get Julio Jones, brother,
and they still got Corey. Corey Davis the year before he had COVID.
Yo,
Davis, he put up some numbers and then he got COVID, and then they got Adam Humphries. They got a good, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they got a squad, right?
The talent, but again, I think the league is full of talent, man. But again, you know, football is a quarterback. You know, it's a quarterback game. You know, you need a guy out there leading the team, and I think Brady, being the greatest football player ever, showed how important the quarterback is to the team. Like this is like
Right.
for a while we got caught up with running backs. We got caught up with wide receivers. You remember we was drooling over wide receivers for years.
T.O.
Yeah.
Cinco.
You know, when you was drooling, but then when Brady came, Brady kind of, he kind of set everybody straight. Like, don't ever forget, football is centered around the quarterback.
It's a quarterback. Yeah, right.
Yeah, so quarterbacks.
Which brings me to the point of, you look at what the Ravens and you look at all these playoff teams, like that Ngakoue trade, that wasn't a mistake by the Ravens. The Ravens like, yo, we're gonna win this division, but Ngakoue and the defense, if they straight up, nobody gonna want to deal with us, dog, because you got 2 edge rushers on the outside and 2 run stoppers. Like Baltimore, they know what they doing down there, dog.
I think 2017, both of them was in Jacksonville. And they were
a problem. Word up.
They were shutting everything. Remember that Jacksonville defense? It was it was a terror, So,
and they had Jalen Ramsey playing in the back. Yo,
and they had who was that linebacker? I forgot his name, man.
Miles Jack?
And I think it was Telvin Smith, the OG. I think it was Telvin Smith. They had an OG linebacker that used to call. They was awesome. So I mean, Baltimore. I mean,
I think they're overrated.
They still need wide receivers, bro. That's why AB going to Seattle. It would have been better if AB had went.
It makes no sense. They're already stacked on offense.
Yeah.
Stacked.
I mean,
but that's why
you got to understand. Lockett and DK Metcalf are studs. They just still not. It's not like solid. It's more like chemistry. Lockett and Russell Wilson just have a chemistry, but AB is a guy, yo, dog, I could throw him the ball. He's going to go 8 for 125 yards. Touchdown. You know what I mean? It don't matter who his quarterback is. The guy's a stud. He's a monster.
Yo, I guess what you're saying is you can put my wheelchair at the 40.
But Antonio Brown, that guy is a stud. I think he played like one game. What is it? Did he play for the Patriots?
Yeah, and Brady hit him like twice.
Hey, Brady hit him twice. I think he had a touchdown. He had 3 catches and a touchdown in one game.
Yeah. And they cut him the next
day. Yo, that guy's that's why I'm like, at the end of the day. But I don't know if I don't know what happened, but the Ravens should have really fought to give Lamar Jackson a good wide receiver. Because though Hollywood Brown, he's good, man.
Oh, no. We ain't doing that.
Yo, what's wrong with your brother, man? Yo, him and this. Nah. Yo, he too old to be a LeBron lover.
Word up. And it's sad that the youngin got to school him on these things.
You too old, man. That's like being a Nets fan in New York.
What? I didn't do that. I didn't go there. Damn.
If you under 22 years old, you're not supposed to be no Nets fan, man.
Word, you gotta suffer with the rest of us, dude.
Word up, bro.
Word up.
Like being a Nets fan in New York, dog. I say that for the kids, dog. You gotta be. Nets fans are in high school, junior high school, and college.
And you know what sucks, man, is if like I don't never want to take away from somebody's greatness. Like we understand, like the dude's great, but I will never take him seriously, man. It sucks because you see all these dudes that say, "Oh, LeBron, you know what I mean? He doesn't get the recognition he deserves," and to a point that's true. But a lot of it is self-inflicted, dog. Like a lot of it is like you did it to yourself.
It's just, you know what it is? It's about carrying on tradition. We saw, you saw we saw a bird in one jersey, Magic one jersey,
in one jersey, right?
One jersey.
One jersey.
You know,
Mike for the most part.
Kobe
for the most part.
Kobe, one jersey. And you
Tim
come Duncan, one jersey. You know?
Yeah.
And you come and you give us 3.
What?
I said LeBron comes and gives us 3 jerseys.
See, he preaching now. I ain't even got to do nothing. I'm gonna just sit back and.
Come on, bro. We don't respect that. I'm sorry. That's just not where we come from. It'll fly with the kids. That's why. That's why Kevin Durant, you got 3 jerseys. LeBron, you got 3 jerseys, and y'all supposed to be 1 and 2 in the league.
Is part of disliking LeBron because he didn't choose the Knicks back in the day?
No.
Nah,
because you already knew what it was. Like the whole storyline was he was never coming to New York. He just played around with Knicks fans' emotions like they all do. Because they know that if you get New York interested, then the whole world's going to be like, oh, what if he goes to New York? But you already knew he wasn't going to the Knicks because the cap space wouldn't allow it. And he wasn't, like you always say, the Knicks jersey is heavy, Mike. It's a heavy jersey, dog. You putting on expectations of the fans. You putting on the Garden. You putting on a whole different level of thread, dog. And that's why.
It's like Yankees, Rangers. Those are heavy jerseys to wear, man.
Right. And the thing about it is I look at Mike and I'm like, yo, Mike did it in one market for the majority of his Knicks fans are heartbroken, but we do it to ourselves though, dog. We do it to ourselves.
And we love it.
Like you exactly. Exactly.
Yo, Knicks fans are psychotic, dog. We all need therapy. I think honestly, Dolan should provide therapy for Knicks fans. I just think it should just be part of the season. Like there should be a hotline where you can call. And you can just,
the Jets need that in the worst way right now.
I think we deserve it, dog. I think we've been loyal enough where we deserve, psychiatric help
for free.
Set up a couple of hotlines where you could call and not kill yourself every season.
Yo, it's like an emotional support group. Yo, we meet every week. We meet every Thursday, dog. Come through.
And we just like I'm in a couple of Nick fan
group chats.
Yeah, fan clubs on Facebook. Bruh, we bad. We bad. Yo, you would think we was the number 1 seed in the East, the way we talk. Like we was the number 1 seed in the East last.
We talk spicy, dog.
Yo, the level of hope is like it's not realistic at all.
Yo, Mitchell Robinson is the next coming to Will. You ain't know? You ain't know, dog.
I think Dolan's biggest mistake was letting the GM go. Who was it? Walsh?
Grunwald.
Yeah. Like
after Walsh. Yeah, because he brought in Felton.
He understood winning when he brought in Felton and Gallinari and Chandler. You could tell like he understood what it was to put something together. And I think like you know what I call us? I say we have the Al Davis curse. That's what I call it. You see Al Davis,
that's a good comp, son.
As long as Al Davis was the owner of the Oakland Raiders, they would never. But as soon as the next year, they were like, oh, they started moving. And
yo, it's crazy, son. That's kind of true. That's what I'm hoping for Met fans. It's like, yo, the Wilpons are out of there. Let Cohen buy the club. Let him spend some money. Yo, because I'm gonna tell you the truth. As a Yankee fan, ain't nothing like Citi Field. When Citi Field is rocking, dog, I'm not a Met fan, but yo, Citi Field is crazy.
Deep down. Don't shy away from it.
I love Citi Field. So Nick, let me ask you a question. How did you enjoy the hockey season with no fans?
It was rough at first, like to kind of get used to, but I actually transitioned quickly. I really enjoyed it. I was so into the games. They were really played at like a high level like they normally would. I mean, there were a couple of series where you knew teams would like, yo, we don't want to be in this bubble. Like, but for the majority of the playoffs, all the teams really competed like 100%, and it was exciting hockey, and I loved it.
Yeah.
It stunk without fans, but I still was able to enjoy it. And the Islanders went furthest than they've ever gone in 27 years. So
yeah, so he was happy.
I agree. Like hockey, I think hockey and football were one of the two of the sports that wasn't
fans
by the fans, but having no fans because I think they're high impact sports.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Because I started watching a couple of hockey games and I was sitting there and I was like, because I just wanted to get a feel of how no fans really affected sports. So I was just watching it and I was like, hockey is so intense.
It is.
Yeah. Yo, not for nothing though, bro. That's one thing I want to do when we allow back in the building. I want to go to a hockey game, dog. Those things look like they fun. They mad fun.
A hockey game live, especially playoffs.
Lit, son.
No, I'm down.
I'm with that though. And here's the thing. Like you seen them play their hearts out with nobody in the building. It's like the complete opposite of the NBA. Like they just gave the Lakers the chip, dog. Like
NBA, you gotta understand the NBA is really the only league that's ran by the players.
Word up.
Other leagues, them owners is like, y'all don't run nothing.
I got the bag.
We got the bag. And you gotta understand, these guys are millionaires and billionaires. They're like, yo, bro, I will pay you your money and cut you.
Quick.
Mike, have you been into football as much as you have in the past, like without fans in the building? I mean, I know some stadiums are allowing fans, but the majority don't. Have you been able to enjoy it at the same level?
Yeah, like
because he got his fantasy players. He don't care about the Giants.
Honestly, I'm gonna tell you something. Honestly, I stopped watching football for a while. I mean, I kept up with the Giants, definitely, but as a whole. But it's not until I got into fantasy a couple of years ago where I really started to enjoy the game again. But besides that, even if I wasn't in fantasy, like you said, football is such a high intensity game. Like with the hitting, you got hitting, you constantly just, you have all of that. And then on top of that, like I said, it's one of the many leagues that's not ran by the players. So I already knew that you wasn't going to put these guys in a bubble. So you're still seeing different stadiums, and on top of that, you're going to a lot of states that their football is their life. You're not taking football away from people in Nebraska, dog. You're just not.
Word.
I don't.
But that's why these college campuses are 100%. Like they're almost full.
Yeah.
You watch the Alabama game, and there's like 40,000 people in there, bro.
Florida, like basketball, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. Also, in basketball, you got to understand it's indoors too. So it's easier for the with the whole COVID situation. It's easier for the fans to get sick and people to get sick. Like, but even I'll tell you something. Even if football was a lot of it was indoors, you're just not taking away football from Middle America. You're just not. So I already knew going into the season that these owners, dog, it's bad enough. Like the other day, I'm watching the Dallas Cowboy game, and I'm like, there's no fans. And that was the first time my heart ever hurt for Jerry Jones.
Word up.
Because I'm saying you're losing a lot of money.
Jerry
hurt me. I was like, damn, you're losing a lot of money, dog. You losing.
Yo, what up, Chad?
What's up, Chad?
You're gonna see Jerry Jones. You're gonna see Jerry Jones on the Social Security line at the end of the season. Like, yo, dog.
Jerry Jones will never be on the Social Security. Don't ever get that twisted.
And Stephen.
No, but I'm joking, but they hurting bad.
And another thing, I think the sport that hurt the most was baseball. That's it.
Yeah.
And that was my next question. Like, I know, Stefan, you don't really pay attention to the fan aspect much, and baseball doesn't have that atmosphere because it isn't. Like Mike said, it's a great point. It's not a high-impact sport, a fast-paced sport. Right. So the fans aren't as rabid. I mean, in the playoffs, it's different. Right. But at any point, Stefan, were you, like, not bored because you're crazy. You love baseball that much. But
I love all sports like that.
Man, it'd be better if there were fans in the building, or you didn't even think of that.
I mean, after I get done analyzing it like a psycho, and you get done watching the games, and you get done doing what I do on a nightly basis, like I don't enjoy I'm gonna be honest with you. It's to the point now, bro, where I don't enjoy most games because I'm always thinking about the next move. But fans in the building would make the games. You know what I mean? Like it would make the games.
You know what made it hard for baseball? Them damn cutouts. What the?
Yeah. What are we doing out here, bro?
That's why baseball was looking like clowns. I'm sorry. I told you, when baseball first came back and I saw them cutouts, I was like, nah, I ain't doing this. I'll turn the playoffs. I could not do it.
It's hard, man, because look, when you got novice fans like Mike, and I don't mean this to be disrespectful, Mike, but like unless you see it every day, you into it every day, and you see how hard the game is to, you know what I mean? Like you see how hard the game. Yeah, they had cardboard cutouts at the game.
Cardboard cutouts.
You know what I mean?
No, and that's like I said, it's the same thing with football because like football and basketball are my number one, my number one and number
right.
And even though the bubble was horrible, I hated everything about that bubble. Like honestly, I felt like I was watching the same game over and over again through the whole season in that bubble.
It showed like the Lakers were just gonna win it because they knew that they were gonna outlast everybody. Where in hockey, it felt different. In hockey, it felt like, yo, if we don't win this championship, dog, we can't go back to our city, dog. Like we got to explain it to these fan bases who watch this play, because it's a small niche group though. Right. Hockey fans are like wrestling fans. Like everybody craps on them.
Don't do that. That's hard.
No. I'm gonna say nobody.
Don't disrespect wrestling like that.
No, but in a way, it's true. Like
I'm playing, Nick.
Because
wrestling got more fans. Don't disrespect wrestling like that.
No, but I agree with you. But I found myself feeling bad for these dudes that didn't win the championship in hockey because it's like, damn. They put their heart and souls into this. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like when you're a wrestling fan and everybody says, yo, you still watch that wrestling? Yeah, I still watch it. But I'm not going to watch it like I used to. You walked in the crib yesterday. What was I watching? Like, you already know.
Yo,
like,
I'm going to tell you something. I knew it was bad. Like, I knew COVID was bad. And you know what made me know COVID was bad? It was wrestling.
Yo, they wrestle in empty arenas,
like,
dog.
When I saw Monday Night Raw in an empty arena, it took a piece of my childhood away. It hurt me bad. I think I almost had the Indian tear come down my eye. Like, wow. that was the first time I was like, damn, wrestling looked fake.
when you saw it and you like,
with no fans, I was like, damn, wrestling do look fake. it hit me a little bit, man, but
this is what and the sad thing is that you see it with AEW too. Like I watched a little bit of AEW yesterday. I'm like, I can't watch this dog.
But you know why I feel bad about the Jets too, bro? This is the first year without Brady. It's wide open. You know, like the AFC, yeah, you got to think about it. That AFC East, like, bruh, that it should be one of the most competitive competitive divisions without Brady. It's a free fall, bro. And you got the Dolphins. You got the.
Yo, what do you think about? Speaking of the Dolphins, what do you think about them going to Tua this quickly? Like, what's your feeling on that?
It's to me, that's kind of why I brought it up. Like, this is the first year without Brady, bro. You know, where you can come out this division and this is the playoffs. You seen the Giants do it. It's one game. This ain't no 7-game series, bro. You could make a run for it and you could win a chip.
And that extra wild card spot now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that 7th seed.
Yeah, so that's why to me I'm like Ryan Fitzpatrick, and I think that's something that motivated Ryan Fitzpatrick. Honestly,
word is I could get in. We could do some work.
We could do some work. I've never seen Ryan Fitzpatrick like. Yeah, he has spots where he's balling, but there was something different. Like the way they whop the Jets.
No.
Yeah.
Tampa's gonna be all right.
Tampa's gonna be good. They're making a championship game.
They just put up a 40 burger on Green Bay. They're gonna be all right.
I think New England still wins the division at the end of the day.
Huh?
I still think New England wins the division at the end of the day.
Nah, Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm not high on Buffalo.
And I'm gonna show you something. It could have been between Buffalo, like Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's crazy enough to go on them streaks.
Well, they'll win like 5-6 games in a row.
Win or go home game at the end of the year, but
Yeah, but at least he's crazy enough to be in that position.
Oh yeah, I mean that year with the Jets, he was breaking records. I mean, crazy stuff.
And that's
why you should have seen. You should have seen this dude when they re-signed Fitzpatrick that year. He came into my house and almost threw a party. He was
they practically had the same team as the year before, and then
he was like, "Yo, we about to do work this year, dog. You don't even understand. I'm excited." I was like, "Yo, big dog, yo." By 4:30.
Oh my god, that was a terrible year.
By 4:30, week 1, he was like, "All right, maybe not."
Down to earth.
Yeah,
maybe not. Quick.
No, that's why with them putting, like you gotta understand, man. When your team is rolling, bro, this is football, B. When your team is rolling, dog, you don't play with that, man. You just don't play with that chemistry, B. When your team is rolling and they believe in you, they believe in it. Again, like I said, Brady made it a quarterback league where if your quarterback is leading the guys, even if it's Ryan Fitzpatrick, dog, let him fall off that horse before you bring in, Tua. But I think it's more of a, we drafted him. You don't want to look stupid because what if you win the chip with Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Then he retires.
Oh my god, man.
Hell no. Ryan Fitzpatrick could come back the next year. Like,
well, hold on.
Now, if I'm him, I would retire after I won the chip.
And think about this though, because this will be me, yo. This is the same thing Aaron Rodgers did, dog. Aaron Rodgers waited on the bench so Brett Favre was like, "All right, I'm done. I don't want this spot."
And that's it. And that's how you're supposed to do it. But that's why I think it's more of them situations where you drafted him. The team is rolling, but you got to understand, sports is about chemistry, bro.
Right.
It's a team. It's just not one player. It's not like it's Tiger Woods or Serena Williams out there and everything is on them.
And Fitz was devastated, man. Devastated.
I could be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can see Tua going in the game because they got a bye week, but when they play next week, I can see him getting sacked 4 times.
Oh yeah,
throwing like 3 picks.
Who they play out the bye?
Who they play out of the bye? I don't know, but I'm sure Big Dog's about to look that up.
Yeah. Let me see that. Who they play out the bye? I tell you if he's gonna have a rough outing.
All right, but I'm gonna use a word just for them being hubris enough to make the move.
Hubris.
He's gonna stink up the joint.
He's got to go up against Aaron Donald at home and the Rams. So,
see?
Oh damn!
Here it goes. Here it goes. I feel like that's a setup. I would have looked at the organization like, y'all don't like me? Why y'all draft me? Like, draft me to embarrass me?
Wow, they got a tough 3 games. The Rams, Cardinals, and then Chargers.
And that's what I was thinking. I'm like, why would you put him in now?
You know why?
When you're rolling, to your point, Mike, they have chemistry. Fitz is bowling out.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I don't get it.
They stood in, and but here's the thing, Mike. You already made my point. You already made the point earlier. What does this goes back to? The almighty dollar.
Yeah.
Money.
You're right.
Tua is marketable. Tua is gonna be the future.
You're right.
They're gonna be Tua jerseys all over South Beach.
You're right.
If we win, the kid's gonna be the Don. He came from Bama. He got pedigree. People already knew his name.
Yeah. You know what that is? It's the Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. You don't want to be left out of that. You know what I mean? Because these guys, right, they're young. They came in. You know, the Josh Allens. You're looking at all these. It's a changing of the guards. The Matt Ryans, the Phillip Rivers. These guys are, you know, they're leaving.
They're done. They're at the back end, right?
So you got Kyler Murray. You got all these guys. So you want to be in that conversation. So even if y'all guys don't make it far, like you said, if he goes out there and he entertains, now you're like, oh, Tua is like, you know, Kyler Murray.
We got some. Right. We got some.
And that's all it's really about. And that's sad because you probably traded that in.
Yo, I'm gonna be real with you. Miami's good enough where that defense is scary enough where if I see Ryan Fitzpatrick coming and they hot, I'm running the other way, dog. I'm like,
yo, Ryan Fitzpatrick could sit there and sling. He's psychotic enough to sling that ball and hit you with 4 or 5 touchdowns in one game, dog. And then look what like you said, look what they did to the Packers, dog.
They hung with Seattle. Look what they did to the Niners. They hung with Seattle. They were about to win the game.
Yeah,
they were right there.
Yeah. So it's unfortunate, man. And on the low, that's my second favorite team.
The Dolphins. You a Dolphin dude?
It's because of Dan Marino. I was a diehard Dan Marino fan. You know, so like growing up, I love the Giants. You know, I always rooted for the Giants, but my favorite AFC team has always been the Dolphins, and that's because of Dan Marino. So I don't express it because they suck every year, and you know,
not this year.
You don't want to be associated with losers, but
you gonna see Mike come out the cut with the Dan Marino.
I rock Dan Marino jersey all day. That was my guy. I don't care what nobody say. Even though he was he was a psycho. I still Dan Marino, you know, and that's why I say low key. I always watch out for the Dolphins. That's why, you know, this situation it hurts a little bit because I'm like, this is the one year where the division is open. You ain't got Brady the boogeyman. You got to worry. Yeah. The first year where the boogeyman is not in the division. You rolling. Like Nick said, Buffalo. You don't believe in Buffalo. Who's that? Chad? Come on. Where he from? He from Buffalo?
Nah, he's not from Buffalo, but he just on his Griselda tip right now. So
all right. He want to be a hero. Yeah, so
everything from Buffalo, we on it right now.
You looking at Jets? The Jets totally suck.
Yes.
You know, the Patriots, they're rebuilding. They just don't have it together. So Buffalo and the Dolphins are the only two teams. And you know, like you said,
at the beginning, Buffalo's gonna win it by default because ain't nobody in the division good enough to challenge them.
I still don't count out New England though. Everyone's overlooking them.
Nah, I have to just because. I know Brady. I know Belichick's a great coach.
Yeah,
but like I always say, who's Cam throwing to? You throwing to who? Who's he throwing to? Julian Edelman.
Now they look so well before he got COVID, but he's doing well. They honestly, to me, they look like the old Patriots. Not that Cam's Brady, obviously, because nobody can be him. But that offense looked really good. But weapons.
You gotta understand also their defense. Their defense is solid.
Yeah.
Word up. Yeah.
Yeah. And I give it to Belichick because, you know,
he didn't fold. He just kept building
to keep, you know, the defense. I just like, yo, boogeyman. The boogeyman ain't there. It was wide open, bro. And for you to make this move for money because you hurting because of COVID, you know that COVID is killing them. It's killing them. So that's
Mike, did you ever think Belichick was actually going to come to the Giants to coach?
Nah.
Because I know he still has a love for them.
Nah.
You don't think he ever will, right? You think he'll retire the Patriots head coach?
Robert Kraft is going to do good over there in New England, dog. He the boss.
Word up.
He the boss.
Robert Kraft going to keep.
Robert, you know, that's the kind of owner every team would love.
Robert Kraft is basically telling him, yo, just keep winning till you don't want to win no more. Bro.
Like, he has a...
Here's the checkbook. Do what you want with it.
And when he leaves, you know what I mean? The sideline, he's just going to go in the front office.
Word up. Buy a bigger percentage of the squad because he already owns maybe 3%. So
he got it too good. What are you going to do? Go to the Jets to do what? To lose?
Nah. He ain't going to want to rebuild at 70 years old, dog. That ain't happening.
He'll turn it legacy.
And he knows it.
Yeah.
That's why he's gonna stay where he is because he has it.
That's why it good. Look how he did Brady. He's loyal to the Patriots, dog.
And the thing is, Brady lives by my code. I mean, Belichick lives by the code I live by. I'm gonna cut you a couple years before I know you're gonna slip. Because if I cut you while you already down, I can't get nothing for you. I'm gonna trade you a year before I know there's nothing left in the tank.
Yeah.
Because Belichick always does that. He's savage, and that's what makes him a winner.
That's what makes him a winner. Real talk. He got it too good, bro. You running that whole organization, man. He's gonna die.
And nobody tells you nothing, dog. Nobody tells him nothing.
Nothing, dog. You the GM and the head coach, bro. Why would you? Like I said, when I seen Gronk and Brady leave and he ain't leave with him, I said, nah, dog. Belichick is only loyal to the Patriots, man. With the Jets, yo, man. Every New York team got a little brother. They just a little brother. Jets, Mets, and Nets.
I didn't do that. I didn't do it. They can't get mad at me.
The Jets deserve to get trashed.
Jets, Mets, and Nets.
So do the Mets and Knicks. I mean, so do the Mets and Nets because nobody.
Jets and Nets. Huh?
Somebody told me when the Nets get good, they're gonna take over New York. I'm like, yo, dog.
Nah, you know what it is? They in the wrong borough. Brooklyn, I'm gonna tell you something. Brooklyn fans, when they start to get real fans, they ain't gonna want nobody to bandwagon.
Right.
Brooklyn ain't friendly. It ain't like, oh yeah, oh you love the Nets too. Oh, come over here. It's like, nah. You can't like our team. Get out of here.
Nah, right. You were just a Knicks fan. You were just a Knicks fan last week, though.
Word up, Brooklyn people are not friendly. That's one. And two, again, like I said, we in the wrong borough. The rest of the city don't like Brooklyn. So even if the Nets do good, other boroughs is gonna be like, man, they ain't Brooklyn, man. We don't like nothing in Brooklyn. So they'll be fans on the low, but they won't never tell us. No, but here's the thing, though. Like even diehard Brooklyn fans are still Knicks fans, though, dog. I remember when we opened the season at the Barclays Center that one year, and they had a squad. They had Darren Williams, they had Joe Johnson, they had this one and that one. They had a squad, and we were terrible. Right,
we were terrible, and there was 80% Knicks fans in there, dog. And I'm like, yo, wait, what?
Nah, I mean, I mean, it's New York City, man. You bring in basketball to New York City. Anytime you bring, basketball New York City is the basketball mecca. So
Right.
I mean, you could bring the damn Liberty to the Barclays Center. People gonna come and watch. You know what I mean? Because
in there, word, yeah.
That's what I think it is. Like I've been to more Nets games than Knicks games because Knicks games is hell. And you can't, you just can't get Knicks tickets, dog. It's too expensive. Nets tickets are cheaper. So, I've been to plenty of Nets games and I don't enjoy them. I enjoy the arena, but I hate the Nets. Like, what the hell?
Even the arena's trash, though. I can't front.
I mean, I don't necessarily. I mean, I get hooked up, so I sit. I get
people. Yeah, people in the building.
Yeah,
right.
So I really go to enjoy the arena, but bruh, I could never see myself as no Nets fan, dog. Get out of here, dog. I've done. The Knicks is like an abusive relationship, man. It's like like a chick who's in an abusive relationship, and your boyfriend beats you. You just keep going back.
You gotta. One day, Mike. One day it'll turn around when we're old and gray. You know what I mean?
And the thing is, a Knicks championship would. You gotta understand. Football. Listen, the Jets and Giants divide the city. The Mets.
Come on, man! I'm about to start crying. Stop! Don't do this.
But the Knicks,
don't do this,
the only thing that unites us. That Knick parade. I might get arrested. I'm just letting you know now. All three of us might be in the cell, sharing a cell together. We might all be.
I'm not lying.
I can't be.
I'm not a Knick fan. I got no dog in the fight.
I'm gonna be that honest with you. Y'all might see me get up and walk on the news if we win the chip.
That's what I'm telling you, dog. We might all get arrested.
Yo, me, you, and Ange.
Where up?
In the back of a squad car. Yo.
Listen, I think the Knicks is the Knicks is the only time I might cry as a sports fan.
Hell yeah, dog.
Did you cry when the Giants first beat New England?
Nah, I didn't cry. But I'm gonna tell you, I'll give you a great story. I was on the train, and I remember after the Super Bowl that day, I had to go to work. So I was on the train like 6 o'clock in the morning, and the train is usually quiet that early. Everybody's like sleeping. And I remember a guy walked off the train and he was like, Giants, baby. He screamed it like it echoed through the whole station. And at that moment, every guy on the train lifted up his head from his sleep. We all looked at him and we was like, yeah. like the way he screamed it, it was like a battle cry call for all of us to be like, yeah, because it didn't really sink in. It didn't sink in.
But imagine when the Knicks finally do it.
Now when the Knicks do it, dog, yo, you gotta understand. If you're a business owner, close early that night. Make sure you pad and grate you're laughing. I'm not laughing. I'm serious. Make sure you take your car, you put it in the garage that night. Don't park on the street. Yo, all right, keep laughing. All right, I'm done. No problem.
No, but I agree. I can see it though.
Keep the kids and the wife. Make sure the kids and the wife are tucked in. The TV, don't even have the TV on. Nobody watching. Everybody go to sleep.
Yo, son, when the Knicks win the chip, me, you, and Ange gonna be outside the garden. Early.
Yo,
you don't even understand, son. I will stand out there. I will bring my charger to the power chair with an extension cord. Yo, find me an outlet, dog. I ain't leaving here.
I think it might be worse than the New Year's ball.
Son, the city gone
worse than that.
Son.
The whole city. Like you're talking about Staten Island, Long Island, Queens,
the boroughs, dog.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Bruh. You might even get some people from Buffalo. Upstate New York, Buffalo, New York.
Get a whole bunch of people from Yonkers.
Word up, y'all. Come on, bro. It's yo, you don't understand. And then you got Knicks fans that live in other states.
They're gonna come down here just to be a part of the madness, bro.
What?
Yo, I don't even want to be in. I would love to be in the Garden, but I would love to be outside the Garden with a bunch of like rowdy Knicks fans.
Yo, bro.
That all we want to see is us win one chip. Like if the Knicks win one chip in our lifetime, dog.
And that's why LeBron is so stupid.
Like, yo,
one Knicks championship is worth those 4 greasy.
He got everywhere else.
Super team championships that you won.
But like I said though, if
idiots, these guys are idiots.
Let's play it forward though. If he fails in New York, he gets excoriated.
Yo, bro, you think LeBron would have failed? I'm gonna tell you something. You think the league would let LeBron fail?
That's a good point.
The league wouldn't. The league didn't let him fail in Los Angeles.
League like, yo, we gotta start this bubble back up. LeBron gotta get that 4th chip.
Did you see the kind of calls he was getting, bro? Come on, man.
Word up, yeah.
Come on, bro. Son. Every time, anytime the Heat, like a couple of games when the Heat started rolling, there was one game I was watching. I forgot which one it was. It probably was game 4 or something. Like the Heat, the Lakers led by 5 the whole game.
Right.
So I was like, you're telling me you can't at least tie it or take the lead once?
Right.
Come on.
Right.
It was the refs. The refs. Every time it got close and the Heat started going on a run, I foul.
Can you imagine? Yo, LeBron's 1 chip in New York would have made him as big as Mike, and Mike had 6 chips.
Word.
Like, I'm not even trying.
And why you think
for real?
Why you think the only player we would ever respect in the NBA is Carmelo Anthony?
Because he came.
Because he tried, bro.
And he wanted to smoke. All right, blame me.
Word up.
Blame me. Yeah, blame
every
me.
night was like, yo, dog, I'll take all the heat. That's why to this day, no matter where Melo go,
I'm following.
People go, as a Knicks love Melo. He's probably like next to Patrick Ewing, dog. Think about it.
If Melo comes back and plays for the Knicks this year off the bench, the Garden's going to be sold out every night just to see this dude come off the bench for 15, 20 minutes a night.
Yeah, you think when he came back? I went to the comeback game.
We was there.
Yeah, matter of fact, we was there. I forgot we was there together. You see when he came back, we was rooting for him the whole night.
In the 3rd quarter, he hit 3 shots in a row, and you wouldn't think the Knicks were up by 50.
Word up.
The place was buzzing. And I'm like, yo, like, you were the closest thing we got to it, that we had to a savior, that wanted us, that embraced us, that was like, yeah, don't worry about LeBron and all that. I got y'all.
And you got to think about it. When Melo came, J.R. Smith won 6th Man of the Year. Tyson won Defensive Player of the Year.
That 54-win season, I will never forget, dog. Game 6, we on a run. I'm thinking we about to do it. Game 7 at the Garden. I remember it was a Monday.
Yeah,
and I'm playing it in my head. I'm like, son. We get to a game 7. We get to a game 7 in the Garden, and I believe they could have beat the Heat in 13.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We could have beat the Heat in 13, dog.
Like I said, man, our owner's an idiot, bro. He's an idiot. He's all about a dollar.
We need to start the support group. Anyway, yo, Big Mike, we kept you longer than we thought. We appreciate it.
It's all good.
Thank you for your time.
I know y'all got your show, but it was great being on. Great talking to you guys. Definitely, man. It was
good having you, man. It was fun.
It was a blast, man. I really enjoyed it. Man. Thanks a lot, guys.
Anytime.
Thank you, man.
All right.
So That was awesome. Thank you, Mike, again for coming on. That was great. Got a lot of laughs in. So anyway, man, I'm gonna. You want to get to this hockey stuff now, or you just wanna wrap up? It's up to you.
It's just a quick mention. That the Winter Classic for 2021 and the All-Star Game will be postponed. Unfortunately, not really shocked. There were rumors and hopes that maybe the season could open with the Winter Classic, and depending on what the virus was looking like. But I think the NHL, it stinks, but you know what? The NHL's doing it safe and smart, in my opinion. So what are you going to do? It's something I look forward to every year, the Winter Classic and the Stadium Series games. But 2022, we'll have to wait till then. So,
oh man, yeah, I guess that's just the nature of the beast. Anyway, man, yo, Big Dog, thank you for staying on so long and
you got it.
Just allowing us to have a good time. To the viewers out there, thank you. This was great. And we'll be back. We'll be back again. What, Saturday, Big Dog? I will keep you up to date. We'll keep you up to date. Saturday. So the Big Dog says Saturday. So Saturday it is. Saturday what? 2?
Yeah. Wow, you're forgetting a lot, eh? You're sounding like me.
I know sometimes the schedule moves around because we got some stuff going on, but the Big Dog has spoken Saturday at 2, so Saturday at 2 it is. Holla at your
earlier the better on Saturday, so
holla at your boys, and we're gonna preview a bunch of this football, and you know what I mean, get you set up for the weekend. Mike, thanks again. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Big Dog, thank you. And as Martin Lawrence once said, we ain't got to go home, but we got to get the hell up out of here. So, peace.